What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, everybody? So we are back again for another What It Is. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I hope y'all watch Scotty live, okay? I literally just hopped off of that live. Girl, we was on there for 3 hours. I know if you saw it, don't put it down in the comments. Girl, you just sitting there chilling. I had literally just came back in. Like, as soon as the live started, I wasn't even in the house for a good 5 minutes before I hopped on. I came home from work because I didn't want to, be the one that missed the live or came in late or whatever. It was supposed to start at 8:30. I got off of work at 8 o'clock. And as soon as I came in, I made it in the nick of time. And, I've been tired all day. But I said, you know what? I have to do my boys, Scotty's and Jamar, live, and then seeing my the old homies, Candy, Bondi, and Kevin on there, and then the little surprise pop up by Mikhail. That was everything. So, shout out to Scotty, shout out to Jamar. Please go subscribe to them, Jamar Washington, YouTube channel, Mr. Still Standing, all one word, which is Scotty's channel, Kevin and Mikhail, which is the Scorpion Show, Scorpion with a K, Bondi Blue, go hit up Sweet Edition, TV and everything. So thank you guys for tuning in if you tuned in. But anyway, let's just get into this video. I'm tired. See, this is the sacrifice I make for my friends or whatever, because baby, let me tell you something. I am exhausted. It's hot up in here. Girl, I'm sweating like a fat pig, okay? And it's just a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad to be here and I'm glad to do what I do, you know what I'm saying? God is good all the time, okay? Let's just get up into this video. And it's been hot this whole week. Okay, now that I got that off my face, I feel a little bit better. So we getting into this video because we got a little bit of stuff to talk about, because I already said that I was going to give it to y'all on Thursdays. That's what I decided. So on Thursdays, expect the What It Is video from me. Unless something pops up, you'll get it on Friday before Love After Lockup. But we're going to do What It Is on Thursday now until Love After Lockup go off, and then we probably move it back, or we'll just probably keep it on Thursdays. But anyway, let's just get into this video. First of all, we have to start off with rest in peace to two civil rights leaders, C.T. Vivian and Representative John Lewis. He was a Georgia Democrat. They fought for our rights. One of the main things that really stuck out about John Lewis to me, especially, when him and the Freedom Riders and, marching with Martin Luther King and, getting arrested and, just being very, very vocal about the rights for African Americans, the right for people, you know what I'm saying? And he basically lived a long life, but unfortunately he succumbed to pancreatic cancer, and I know it was probably like a week before, or a couple of weeks or something, it was trending on Twitter, whatever. They was trying to say that he passed away, and he had to come on Twitter and say that he didn't. And now, unfortunately, he really did pass away. He was a great man. C.T. Vivian was a great man as well. May those two giants rest in peace. We got to learn our history, okay? We have to have some more leaders pop up. And at this point in time, I really don't know who our leaders, our leaders that really stand out. And I'm pretty sure we got some here and we got some there. But I'm talking about the ones that's standing out for real, and making huge impacts, just like the leaders of old. You know what I'm saying? We still got time for that. But, I'm looking forward to see what this generation of leaders bring and the next generation of leaders bring, and how that all play out. Moving on from that, so I don't know, this was a few days ago, probably like 4 or 5 days ago. I was in the bed asleep, and next thing I know, I get a text message. Was I asleep? Or was I about to go to sleep? Either way, I got a text message. Somebody was like, "Oh my God, can you believe this happened?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" something told me just automatically, my mind, when I wake up for some reason, I automatically am wired to go on my social media feed just to check my messages or whatever, and then go right back to sleep. And as soon as I got that text message, something said go to Twitter. So I go to Twitter, and all that was on there was talking about Tamar. And I said, what the hell is going on? I'm like, I hope, Tamar been doing good. She been trying to change or whatever. She not really getting into it with nobody. I see that she's trying to evolve into a different person or whatever. And I'm just like, what happened? And then I'm reading the news and saying that she had a suicide attempt or whatever. And I was just like, oh my God. I'm going to be quite honest. That news hit me hard. Um, for the simple fact that I know Tamar, we not as close as we used to be, but we've reached out to one another in the past few months. Um, right around the time after Kobe passed away, we kind of reached out to each other, and you know, mended fences between us. You know what I'm saying? Because I would never put out I would never say what it was that, we had a little tiff. I'm just put it like that. That's all you need to know. We had a little tiff. Um, and right around the time, like a little bit after Kobe passed away, we reached out or whatever to each other because I had sent a message and, she replied back and, we let bygones be bygones. And ever since then, everything's been cool between us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know back in the day, I used to be cool, real cool, close to Tamar, whatever. And so, I made it because she was once cool with me, and I did have respect for her, and I did care for her, and I still do to this day. Um, I made it a point that even if a new situation come up, I will be fair enough to give my opinion about it, but I wouldn't go so hard and just be nasty towards her. Like, I just wouldn't dog her just to dog her or whatever, nothing like that. Because I feel like that's fake. If you care for somebody before, you know what I'm saying, regardless of what you go through, you don't, go hard on them like that or, do nasty shit like that. It just seems a little fake to me. You know what I'm saying? That seems like you're holding on to stuff and you're being bitter and miserable about what happened between you guys and you just never got over it. And I never wanted to come off like that because at one point I used to build her up a lot. You know what I'm saying? Used to promote stuff and you used to talk about her and all that stuff or whatever. But now that we were on better terms, I really thought everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? And like she truly did seem like she was in a different stage in life that was going for the good. And that just shows you that you never know exactly what's going on with a person and what's really going on behind closed doors. Okay. Um, so hearing that was like the last person that I would have thought that would actually attempt something like that. But once again, you just never know and you can't put anything past a person. Okay. Um, it broke my heart. It broke my heart. It really did. And it got me deep in my feelings about it because I know this person. I once had a really, really good relationship with this person. You know what I'm saying? So the love is still there and I still care about her. And so I don't ever want to hear somebody that I know personally or have had dealings with personally to have been suffering so bad that they attempted to take their own life. I never want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? And to hear that, it just threw me off. And to this day, like I'm still worried about it. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been one of those people that told her, like, when all this shit is going on, you don't have to respond to this. You don't have to do this. You don't have to say this. Ignore it. Ignore it. You know what I'm saying? People do stuff to push your buttons or whatever, but you give into stuff and you bring stuff on yourself when you try to, throw little shades or, you try to, respond to it. Be the bigger person and just show them like, I'm not going to play into that. And it seemed like she was getting that you know. And then to hear this happening, you know, she got a man and all this stuff, and you just think like everybody is having a good time, and you know, everybody's under a little pressure, probably a little depression or whatever, because we can't do the same thing that we normally do because of this pandemic that's going on. And you know, being in quarantine, you're staying in one position the whole time, you're scared to go out because, especially if you have underlying issues or whatever, you're scared to go out, you know what I'm saying? So it can be stressful, it can be playing mind tricks or whatever. But with her situation, it was just a lot of stuff that was going on, and then they brought the network into it or whatever. And what was making me upset about the whole thing is, while she's out here trying to mend herself or whatever, you know, come to terms with what's going on, of course the media is going to do what the media or the blogs do. And I don't know who they got on the inside that's working with these blogs and willing to divulge information like this. I think that's truly messed up. I think that is disgusting as heck. Okay, because first of all, we didn't need to know about a text message that she sent to her family members, and you know, saying that the only way that she get out of certain stuff is death or whatever. We didn't need to know that. We didn't need to know what was left in her draft. We didn't need to see that screenshot, who was leaking that. And then when the 911 tape come out, and then the boyfriend is on there, and you know, I don't know if it's true that the family got issues with him a little bit or whatever, but I will say this. After listening to that tape, that shit made my heart sink a little bit, you know, especially when he broke down crying a little, because at first I was like, you know, he a little bit too calm. Maybe he in shock, okay? Because if I see my baby on the floor or whatever and she unresponsive, whatever, bitch, got it. Bring a motherfucking ambulance. Girl, I'm going off. I'm going off. You're going to hear that inflection, and maybe he was just trying to keep calm for everybody that was around. If it was some other people that was around, I don't know. But then, you know, he broke down eventually, and I was just like, when he brought in the WETV thing and the contract stuff that was going on and some situation that happened, I was like, why are you bringing that up? I was a little confused, but you know, what it's been built up is that she's been having issues with the WeTV. That's what they're speculating. She's been having issues with WeTV for the longest. And even when Braxton's Family Values the last couple of seasons been on, she was saying how she was having issues with them and how, you know, they was editing her to make her look this way. And I never really believed that because, you know, if you've seen Tamar antics sometimes, you be like, girl, that's you. All right. But now it's like, you know, she went a little bit deeper. Oh, you trying to make it so that, you know, make issues so that me and my sisters are fighting. You trying to portray people as the angry black woman. You trying to do this, and you know, you're not paying for, you know, the song that I wrote or whatever for the theme song, and I'm not getting the payment, and we're not getting paid as much, and you know, contract issues. And then, you know, she wanted to do this whole new reality show to show a different side of her and her journey as to what she's going in her life at this particular moment. And then, you know, you bringing in certain people that she don't want to work with, that, you know, in the article that I read, it said, you know, they popped up with Mona Scott, and we seen in the trailer that she was sitting down there talking to Mona Scott, talking basically like, I'm not trying to be the messy bitch, you know what I'm saying? And she kind of found out she didn't want Mona Scott to be on the show, or to have, allegedly, to be a part of the show, because that's not the image that she wanted to portray. You know, we know what Mona Scott's name associates with love and hip hop. We know what love and hip hop is. Mess, okay? Drama, you know, stupid stuff, fights and stuff like that. She was trying to get away from that, and she didn't want that associated with it. Allegedly, in this article, that's what was said, you know. And they put out the little letter that she wrote to him, and, you know, saying that, you know, I didn't even realize that she had changed her header to Tamar Slade Braxton. And I was just like, wow, you know, it's just a lot. You have got to check on people. And even if people say that they are okay, sometimes you have to dig a little deeper. You have to check on that strong person that's always smiling, that's always there for other people, that's always looking out, and never seems like they have a bad moment going on, because they could truly be hurting inside. Okay? And I'm never going to come down on somebody that try to attempt suicide, because you never know what got them to that point. I'm just going to say that is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. I say that each and every time. All right. It's something that I wouldn't do, but I'm not in a situation where I ever felt like I would do something like that. So I can't judge. I can't judge. And it's just a messed up situation altogether. And what I really hope comes out of this situation with Tamar, because she is responsive, they have moved her to a different facility to help to better her mental health or whatever. I just want her to clear up her circle, tighten it up, get rid of the hanger-ons if there still are. Put some real people in your place. You don't need that many people around. I don't know how many people it is. You don't need that many people around. You just need that core group, probably just your family. Reconnect with your sisters, reconnect with your mom, reconnect with your dad, your brother, reconnect with your family, and just heal yourself. That is my message to Tamar. Just heal yourself. Take the necessary steps that you need to heal. Take that therapy, talk that out, get that counseling, get that guidance, get that love and guidance from God and from your family and whatever, and from a counselor. You need to talk to somebody. You need to work on yourself. You need to learn to love yourself. And I just want you to step away from everything that's going on right now, and don't have a moment's time think that you need to come back real quick. No, take time out for yourself, because you truly have to heal yourself. You're not healing. And that's what it is. She was triggered when WeTV, they said that WeTV exposed the secret about her, what happened to her when she was a child, when it came to sexual assault or whatever. And it was something that she never told anybody, but WeTV pushed that out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's when everything really started crumbling. You know what I'm saying? And that's when she truly started having an issue. So you really have to heal from that. You have to heal from everything that's going on. And don't be in a rush to come back and put up airs about, working on this project and all this stuff when it's sooner than you need to, because that's still going to be there. If people was there before and they truly care, they're going to be there when you ready to come back, and they're going to understand that you have to heal and you need time. All right. And like I said, just get the right people around you, because not everybody around you is there for you, for real, for real. I'm just going to put that out there. But we're going to go past that. So my love and respect to Tamar, and I just hope everything, gets better with her. And shout out to her family as well. Nick Cannon, he was putting out some questionable tweets about leaving this earth or whatever, because he was in his feelings because of the backlash that he got from, a lot of black people when he apologized for what was deemed to be anti-Semitic remarks or whatever, and offending some of the Jewish community. And you in this, like I said, you don't know what a person is going through, and you think a person has to have thick skin and probably been in this business for a long time, and you would think that they would develop it. But sometimes everything just starts to play tricks on you or whatever, play in your mind, and just push you to the edge and all that stuff. And I feel like that really wasn't, I don't know if it was a cry for help. It was just, he just needed to take some time off. That's all he needed to do, to be quite honest. You don't want to hear the backlash. You don't want to hear the criticism. You don't want to see the negativity. Delete the Twitter app. Delete Instagram, or turn the comments off on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Delete Twitter, okay, and take a break. It is okay. And I have to tell myself that, it's okay to take a mental break. It's okay to step away from these platforms and to just live in reality, and get yourself together, and then come back when you're ready, okay? It's still going to be there. It's still going to be there, so that's that on that. It was just a heavy week, and I was just like, what is going on with people? And then the update on the Megan, my baby girl. I don't know what's going on with Megan Thee Stallion and that whole situation. Basically, what wound up happening is, we steadily getting hearsay, speculation coming out. We have not gotten a full report, but you put two and two together, and by the process of elimination, you kind of figure out somewhat of who did what. At first they just said Tory got arrested, for a gun charge for not having a permit or whatever. And then, Megan got shot in the foot twice, so that happened. It was 3 people in the car. They said that nobody really said what was going on. They said an altercation took place. They was coming back from a party in the Hollywood Hills. This party was where, she went on live and Kylie was there. Kylie Jenner, you know what I'm saying? That wound up happening. And when we saw the video, we saw that the police was stopping just this one car. And the car was Megan, her best friend Kelsey, and Tory Lanez was in the car. Them was the only 3 that was in there. Kelsey came out and said, listen, I wasn't, and probably the driver, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't the one that shot the bitch, okay? I didn't shoot her, so I would never. Process of elimination, if Megan didn't shoot herself, and Megan said that it was a crime that was committed against her and it was purposely done, and she got to watch the people that's in her circle. Process of elimination, we allege it, is got to be Tory at this point. And then it comes out saying that more information is coming out. Now they're going to probably bump the charge up to assault with a deadly weapon or whatever to Tory and all that stuff. So that puts more emphasis in putting up there in people's minds that it was him that shot her. You know what I'm saying? Saying that she was trying to leave and that's when he shot her or whatever in the foot and all this stuff. And I was like, so you get mad because the bitch was trying to leave? So basically, what it seemed like is they got you. Okay. I don't know officially, but I will put money on it to say that they was fucking at one point or another. Okay, and somebody called feelings. It was an entanglement. You know what I'm saying? Somebody called feelings, probably both of them or whatever. It was probably a friends with benefit type of situation, and somebody got jealous over something that went on. They said the news story report or whatever. Allegedly, I ain't even gonna put that out there because it was speculation. You know what I'm saying? It ain't come from a real source or whatever. So I ain't even gonna put that out there. But they probably got upset at each other, got into an argument, but still, it does not deserve and warrant to be shot at. You know what I'm saying? And for people making memes about it, 50 Cent just being disgusting and putting that meme up about it like it was funny. That's not funny. Anybody getting shot, I don't care if it's just a graze or whatever. Somebody intentionally intentionally tried to hurt this girl. That's not funny. That's not funny in the least. What if it would have happened to you? Because if something like that would have happened to you, you wouldn't want nobody laughing at you and making memes and stuff on the internet about you or whatever. No. Okay? So why do it to somebody else just because they're a celebrity or whatever? It's not funny. And I'm not saying it because I like Megan. I'm just saying that as a human being, that's not funny when somebody get injured. Okay? That bullet could have possibly, depending on how it could have been, bitch, or where it could have been shot, it could have hit her in the leg, bitch, and traveled up and broke off or whatever and fucked around and killed her because it could have nicked the artery or some shit like that. And she could have bled the fuck out, bitch. You gonna be laughing then? Like, it's not fucking funny. And then, you got Drea, this dumb bitch. I don't even know why I let people get like her. I didn't even respond to the stupid stuff. She was on this podcast. I don't know what it was called, but she was on there. And, they brought up the whole situation with Tory and Megan. And then she goes into saying maybe it was like they got this Whitney and Bobby type of love or whatever situation going on. They arguing with each other and all this stuff. I want somebody to, love me so much that they shoot me in the foot. And I'm like, and then was laughing about it. And Megan came out and said, you dumb bitch, what the fuck you joking about? Shit like that. That's something that's traumatizing to her, that's still haunting her right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's stupid. It's stupid. And then you want to come out and say, basically what I was trying to say was, I just want somebody to love me deeply. I wasn't trying to make joke in light of domestic violence. And I said, I was trying to say it in a joking way or whatever. No, you were making light of domestic violence. And if you wanted somebody to love you deeply, that's all you could have said was, I just want somebody to love me deeply. You didn't have to make a joke about it. You didn't have to say something so fucking stupid, because there are people out here who are literally living that life where they have been injured by a spouse or a partner in a relationship, and they've been hurt, whether they've been stabbed, whether they've been, sliced, whether they've been shot at, or actually shot, or hands been put on them. That happens, okay? You don't joke around with certain things, and domestic violence is not it's one of those things that you do not joke around about. You do not joke around about that. All right. And they drug her ass as was needed. Okay. Drea, shut up. Just shut the fuck up at this point. Okay, because I'm tired of her. We was doing good, and then you popped up and with your bullshit. But anyway, I just want leave Megan alone. When she ready to come out and talk about the situation, I will say it's a little strange how they keeping it tight lip. Keeping it real tight lip, and ain't nothing really seeping out. I want to know how is that happening that nothing is really seeping out. It's all speculation that has never been confirmed or denied, but nothing is truly seeping out. We still don't know who is on the team. Is this Rock Nation doing? They trying to keep the lid on? Because baby, you're doing a good job. Okay, because ain't shit coming out. All right, all right. Moving on from that. There was a shooting out here at the and speaking of shootings and stuff, out here in Chicago, Trump talking about he want to bring the National Guards and some more special police and all this stuff up in here, and girl, to combat the violence that's happening in the city. And y'all give him a talking point as soon as he said some shit like that. Here we go. A couple of days ago, or the day before, a day ago, or whatever, there was a shooting out here on 79th and Carpenter. 79th and Carpenter and Morgan. Freaking funeral procession that was going on. People at the funeral home burying a victim of gun violence. Somebody came up and shot him up. 14 people got injured. I don't know if anybody passed away or, of that sort, but I know for sure 14 people got injured. So it was people shooting at them, and so they were shooting back in retaliation. Now, I seen something, a tweet or whatever, where this girl, they said that the cops were warned and told that you need to have somebody out here or whatever because, excuse me, it's a possibility that they coming up here and they're gonna shoot up the funeral. You know what I'm saying? They only put out one patrol car, and this what's wound up happening. I said, they gotta be gangsta. They gotta be gangsta. Got to be, because who does that? And then the people that was being shot at, they shooting back in retaliation. It was crazy. And then that's when Trump want to bring out the police or whatever. Girl, I don't know what's going on. I just know whatever it is that he thinks gonna happen by bringing National Guards or special police and all these other type of things up into Chicago, as he claims, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Okay. It's gonna make the situation worse, to be quite honest, but it's not gonna work. These niggas don't care about that. Okay, these niggas don't care about that. And everybody else that's committing crime, they don't care about that. They gonna always find a way to do it. So no, you're just gonna make the problem worse. This is not a solution. Moving on from that. August Alsina and his new song, Entanglements. Girl. At this point, August, I guess you might as well ride the wave of what's going on, but it seems a little, okay, boy, we get it. Can we move on? Because I thought we was done. After, truth be told, after Jada and Will came out and said what they said on Red Table Talk, baby girl, Ashley was done and over. After I put that last video up that said, you know what, they confirmed it. August wasn't lying. Jada said it was happening. She equated it to an entanglement or whatever. It is what it is. And then after me seeing that Kiki and him, that situation, I was over it. Okay, I said next. New news. Can we move on to the next subject or whatever? We didn't wore this subject out. And then here he come with Entanglement featuring Rick Ross. Girl, y'all say it's a bop. I only listened to it one time. I don't even remember what it was saying. Okay, to be quite honest. That's how uninterested I am in it. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're putting this out because your album didn't sell or whatever. I don't know. And I like August, but, just let it go and move on, okay? Because we're over it. We're over it. It's done. It's done. Y'all like the song? Put it down in the comments. Congratulations. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired, but I want to give y'all this video So y'all can at least have it in the morning. Oh, guess what? This gonna be me. This gonna be me next Friday though. This gonna be me next Friday morning. I'm gonna be, cause I don't have to go to work tomorrow. That's the only reason why y'all getting this right now, okay? Cause I don't have to go to work tomorrow. And truth be told, even though I'm tired, I'm not sleepy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just exhausted. That's what I mean when I say tired. But a bitch gonna be up in here like this tomorrow. I mean next Friday, because you know Black is King comes out on Disney Plus, and me and somebody, we gonna be watching it together and all that stuff. Okay, so you know when it first dropped, we gotta watch it initially when it first dropped or whatever. Get my little tweets in, get my little oh my god, bitch. I already know it's gonna be bomb, okay? It's Beyonce. Y'all already know how I feel. I don't care how you feel. I just know that I feel great, okay? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's my bitch. And I will support, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna be up in here hyped or whatever, you know, because what else do I got? Girl, you gotta, and Brandy album come out. Don't Brandy album come out, so then I got something to listen to on my way to work, okay? So I got something to listen to before work, look at before work, and something to listen to on my way to work, you know? So Friday gonna be a good Friday. It's gonna be a good Friday. I'm really gonna be here for that. Make sure y'all get y'all Disney Plus. Y'all got a week, okay? Get your passwords and all that stuff. Get a little free trial and delete it afterwards. After you get enough, delete it, okay? The next thing we want to talk about. Let me moisten my mouth for a second. This whole Kanye West stuff. I ain't even got much to say about it. It's a sad situation. At this point, part of it is his mental illness coming out, because we already know that he has the bipolar episodes, and you know he's a manic bipolar. Is that what that's what you call it? I know he has bipolar for sure. I know he's having a bipolar episode that's been going on with these tweets and stuff that he's been putting out, you know. And also he's also being himself at the same time. It's a mixture. It's a mixture of both that's happening. You know what I'm saying? He's an asshole in real life, and therefore, you know, that's coming out. And also he's going through a bipolar episode at the same time, you know, and it's scary to see. It's sad to see. And it's like, it's a lot. It's a lot. So what wound up happening is, Kanye West wanted to become president. Now, I remember when he first said that, like a few years ago, that he was going to run for 2020 president. You know, so when 2020 came around and I didn't see his name in the books, I knew he was playing games or whatever. Ooh, some got stuck in my throat. Hold on. He was playing games, whatever. Then all of a sudden he pop up and he want to put his name on the ballot at the last minute. Okay. And then he want to do this. You know, he needed to get 10,000 signatures. He didn't get 10,000 signatures in South Carolina to get put on the ballot or whatever. You know, he did this little campaign rally. And in that campaign rally that he did at this speaking point in South Carolina, you know, he said he wanted to pick out a city, go to the state. Something towards the fact he wanted to do it at a state with Jay-Z's initials, because he wanted Jay-Z to be his running mate. See, that's how you already knew that y'all ain't even on that. Y'all ain't even on that plane yet right about now. And you talking about having Jay-Z as your running mate, Charlamagne as your Secretary of State. You know, it's wow. Okay, just wow. You know, head of state or whatever. But you know, he goes down to South Carolina. It's a mixture of people that's there. And at one point, he starts talking about how Harriet Tubman didn't really free the slaves. All she did was let them go work for other white folks. That was one. Mind you, I just got through watching Harriet. I was at work and I watched the movie Harriet. You know, the one that came out with Cynthia Erivo. I watched that today, and it wasn't a bad movie. It was fluff though. It just wasn't all the way accurate, but it wasn't trash. It was a little bit, but girl, anyway, Harriet didn't free the slaves. Harriet did a lot. You know, you can't even allow yourself to get so totally pissed off, because it's like he's doing this stuff on purpose. At the same time, we know that he's having a mental break. And then at the same time, on the same stage, he gets up there talking about abortion and how, his mom, he glad that his mom didn't kill him or whatever, because his dad wanted his mom to have an abortion because he was always working, he wasn't there and stuff like that. And then how he wanted Kim to, I almost killed my daughter. And it's not even funny. Okay, he just broke down and he was going in and out of crying about almost, having Kim get an abortion and, doing all this stuff, all these theatrics or whatever, getting into it with this black lady, disrespecting the hell out of her. And what we come to realize, and what you don't know, is he don't care about black people, and he definitely don't care about black women. Okay, he don't. He don't, and I want somebody to argue me otherwise. You know, um, and talking about an incentive for women to stay pregnant, give them $1 million that's going to be funded by African countries, the African continent, and the Israeli government. What? Said that he got a lot of ideas, but he don't have the platform, nor he don't have the funds for them. What? So you're just all talk. And at this point, it's not even trying to be like, play into it. We know that it's all talk and it's just gibberish at this point. Then you go, on a Twitter rant about how Kim and Kris wasn't accepting his calls, and Kris, can't see the kids, and called the second Twitter rant called Kris Jong-un. Compared that family to white supremacy, said that I would never let my kids, pose for Playboy. He was thinking about he divorcing Kim because she was up there with Meek Mill doing, in quotations, prison police reform. I said, oh my God, prison reform. I said, what the hell is happening? And yes, I will admit some of the stuff I can't believe, especially about the divorce aspect, because now it's coming out saying that, sources are saying that they were in a process of thinking about getting divorced, or, getting that ready for weeks or whatever. And Kim even had to come out and put out a little statement at this point to talk about, show some compassion because he's having mental health issues and he's suffering from bipolar and all of this stuff, whatever, just to make it clear. And to be quite honest, I feel like she did that to clear herself, because a lot of people, especially black people, because they feel some type of way about the Kardashians, of course, and they were just saying that it's the family that's doing this. Where's Kim? Where's Kris? Why they letting him do this? Ain't nobody they enabling him. Yes, I do feel like they enable him, but I also feel as though we do not know. I never would say that, oh, that family is the reason and all this stuff. Kanye knew what he was getting himself into when he got with that girl. Okay, and he got into that family. He knew how that family worked. He knew who it was. So it was a purpose why he was with that. He did that willingly why he went in there. Okay. That's one. Two, you don't know exactly what goes on behind closed doors and if they have been trying to get him help. Three, you can say, where is his people at? They need to get him help. They need to get him help. When you have somebody that is going through mental illness, going through an addiction or, health crisis or whatever, you cannot force a person to get help and it stick unless they're ready to. He's a grown ass man, and he's in the midst of a bipolar in an episode, so of course he's not thinking clearly, and of course he's not going to want the help. He has to want that help himself. Once he come down and get lucid and get in his right mind, he has to make that decision that he wants that help. He already said that, and I do believe that they tried to bring some doctors up in there and put him on a 5150 hold. Truth be told, he does need that. Okay. It's not going to do much for him, but they probably just going to probably force some medicine down his throat to, loosen him up or whatever. But other than that, he has to truly want that change. He has to truly want that help to change, to, control what's going on or whatever inside of him with his illness. You know what I'm saying? You know, and all this talk with what's going on with Kanye, they bringing up the whole fact about Britney Spears being under conservatorship and stuff like that and being controlled. And the reason why she acts the way that she acts, they drugging that girl, okay? They keeping her the way that she is. And it's messed up. You go down the rabbit hole of the Free Britney hashtag on Twitter, you're going to be like, what the hell? And I've already done that before, and I already knew it was some crazy stuff that was going on with that, and that's sad. This whole Kanye West shit, it's not funny. It's not funny at this point. It never really was. Playing around with mental illness, it was not funny. It's just shocking to see sometimes the stuff that comes out or whatever, because you're like, how does this person who was once considered like this genius, this creative force and all this stuff, we're literally seeing him crumbling, okay, mentally, because he can't get control over his mental. And you know, he does have an album that I think came out today or whatever, and this is not the first time that, you know, he said that he's off his meds. He'll literally get off his meds to help him create or whatever when he has a project coming or something like that. So he does that shit on his own. He knows exactly what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So you just can't keep placing blame on this person, that person. You have to put blame on him too. You have to hold him accountable too for his own health as well. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing. But it's a messed up situation. It really is. I hope they get help. I hope he finally seek out the help. And, you know, that's all I can say. Y'all, at the end of the day, y'all want to say he canceled, but y'all not going to ever cancel that man. Y'all probably listening to the album right now, you know, if it is out or whatever. Y'all probably going to listen to it just like y'all did the last one. He said slavery was a choice, and, you know, he was Team Trump, and y'all still listening to his music and buying his Yeezys, his overpriced clothes. So it is what it is, you know, and that's probably why he does what he does, because he knows that he can say anything and do anything, and y'all still gonna be there to support. And when I say y'all, I'm talking about the people who are supporters of him, not the ones that say, I ain't never listened to his stuff anyway, or I've been stopped listening to him. I'm not talking about y'all, okay? But yeah, y'all can tell me how y'all feel about that. Congratulations is in order to Monique, because a California judge basically said she is good to go to proceed with her lawsuit against Netflix about racial and gender bias. You know, when it came out, basically saying that she was offered a lowball offer, you know, and I never, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, if I said something other than that, I will stand correct myself. I'm glad that she is in this position and they're actually going through with it, and we're probably going to see something. I don't know if she's going to win, but I'm glad that she's standing up for what she truly believes in, because this is something that goes on, and we've seen this, and we've seen this time and time again. You know, women get lowball offers for a lot of things. Women get paid less for stuff. Black women get paid even lesser. You know what I'm saying? And so it's the same thing. You know, the only thing that I ever had an issue with when this whole situation came up with was the way that Monique went about it. You know, cursing out people and telling people to suck her dick and all that stuff or whatever. I didn't like that. Okay. And that's where most of my stuff was coming from. Not the fact that she was wrong in the situation, because they did give her a lowball offer, to be quite honest. You know what I'm saying? Granted, she is not on, some may say she's not on the level of a Dave Chappelle or whatever, but to give somebody like Dave Chappelle $70 million for a couple of stand-ups or whatever, specials, and then to give Monique $500,000 or less than that as a first starting off offer, you could at least say 1.5 million. If that's the case, you could have gave her $1 million. You know what I'm saying? 500, 250 or whatever. I don't know what it was, but it was less than $1 million. No, that wasn't right. But and don't act like you ain't got the money, because y'all do. Y'all got the money, Netflix. But moving on from that, congrats to Monique on that. Taraji P. Henson has, you know, pause. This whole situation with Tommy and her daughter, speaking of abortions and stuff like that, Tommy from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, you know, it is what it is with that. It's sad to see. It's messed up to see, to see family drama being put out on the internet. I don't know who's telling the truth. The girl, her daughter, who I don't know, what is she, 15, 16, something around that age. She's a teen. She's a teenage pregnancy that's happening. And she basically saying that, putting out messages or whatever, showing that Tommy and her sister wanted her to get an abortion, was trying to trick her into getting an abortion, a late term abortion at that. And basically what Tommy is coming from, I've been through some stuff. I went through the situation. Why do you need to be a teenage mother? Why would you don't want your child to go through that same stuff if they don't have to? And you ain't, it's messed up. I get both sides or whatever, but you can't tell somebody late into a pregnancy. I wouldn't be in a late term abortion or whatever. No, don't do no stuff like that. She got to grow up now. She got to grow up now. I know you don't want your child to have a baby at a young age or whatever because you feel like she's not equipped. She don't have the, proper things that can help, not the job, the money, the financial support, all that stuff or whatever. And 9 out of 10, if she stay with you, you gonna be helping out with the baby. But this gonna force her to grow up at this point. This is the consequences of the actions that she chose to take. Okay, and now she got to deal with that. That's all I have to say on that timing situation. It was terrible to see that shit. It was terrible. The messages was disgusting though. Anyway, and I'm pro-choice. Okay, like you do what you want to do. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to do with your body, but to see a mother and daughter go through it like that, it was. And I'm like, is this the same daughter that she got in trouble for pushing her into the locker and stuff at school? They just got a contentious relationship, I guess. I saw the Nia Long and Omar Epps movie on Netflix. Speaking of Netflix, Fatal Affair. Y'all hated that movie. It ain't necessary that y'all hated it. Y'all was like, it was either boring or it was too predictable. And I was like, what did you expect? When you saw the trailer, it is typically what it is, like these other Fatal Attraction type of movies where, an old ex or a new fling come into the life and of somebody who's married and, they try to get with this married person and they just won't let them go and they stalking them and messing up their lives and stuff like that until the person gets the revenge against them to overcome their, stalkerish ways or whatever and wind up killing them. That's basically what the movie was about. Okay, I watched it while I was at work. I mean, it was cute enough, but like you said, it was predictable and it could have been a little bit better. The acting was a little for Omar and Nia. I expected a little bit more, but it's Netflix, so I wasn't expecting no spectacular stuff, whatever. Given that I saw the trailer, I already knew what I was in for. If you saw the movie, tell me what you felt about it. But anyway, moving on from that. Congratulations is in order to Taraji P. Henson. She inked the first look deal with 20th Century Fox TV, for a spinoff to her character, from Empire Cookie Lions. So y'all gonna be looking forward to that. Also, there is a possibility that Real Housewives of Atlanta is bringing on two new stars or two new cast members. Actress Drew Sidora. Drew broke up Melody and Doran, so I don't really know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? From the game. She also played T-Boss in the TLC movie. She was Trey Songz' little video girl. I used to have a crush on Drew Sidora. I ain't even gonna lie. So let me stop playing with her like that. I really did used to have a crush. I don't even know what it was that I seen her in, and she was in the Motives movie too. Then I don't even know what it was that I saw her in, but something about her just really. Okay, and I really had a thing for her for a second. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot or whatever. I'm gonna still watch Real Housewives. And also the second one is Latoya Ali, aka Latoya Forever. She was a YouTuber. I've seen her name come across, on YouTube or mentioned in the midst of YouTubers or whatever, but I never watched any of her videos or anything like that. And they say her storyline, if this is true, her storyline may be interesting because she's going through some issues with her husband. I think she's on the process of getting a divorce or something of the fact or some shit like that. They got some marital stuff that's going on. So They're trying to get younger people to look at the show. Is this going to make you guys tune in? Do you think that it will work? It just seems so random though. They said that Drew was in the talks for a while to get in, and it just never really panned out the way that they wanted it to. But now I guess it is. I don't know. I'm still gonna watch. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But you guys tell me how you feel about that. And the singer Avery Wilson came out as being a bisexual man on his birthday. As congratulations. Let me stop playing. Listen, Avery is cool though. I had to take a break from Avery. Listen, I'm gonna just say that my gaydar wasn't off. Okay, it was not off that time. Like, I already kind of suspected that maybe he could have went both ways or whatever, and then he came out and confirmed it. Congratulations, he needed to get that off his chest. He did it for him and nobody else. It is what it is. Happy birthday to him. I had to lay off him for a minute because he can sing his ass off. But it just started getting to me that every other word that he was saying, he will run it out. He will run it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. I'll be like, God damn. Skip on that trap, bitch. Okay, quit running. Okay, trip or something. You know what I'm saying? It just used to get to me. It used to get to me. I had to lay off him for a while, but that's that. Congratulations to him. Live your truth. That's all I can say. Okay? Who am I to judge with my gay ass? But anyway, you guys, that's all the news that I have for right now. I am tired. At 50 minutes, girl. I'm going to be back on here tomorrow or later on tonight talking about love after lockup, you guys. I will see you guys later. Please enjoy your weekend. Please be safe. Wear your mask, okay? And I will see you guys later. Peace.